as a part of introduction, I know right now that you are asking yourself a very important question. How can you register yourself to ASO? And should you register yourself regularly? No. We have only lifetime registrations, lifetime free registrations. There's no any cost for registration, but it's lifetime. You do one permanent registrations. From now, when you are in pre-Form 5, you don't need to register once again until you graduate your advanced secondary education. And later on, if you forgot some of the contents, even when you be undergraduate students or postgraduate students, you can refer contents and you can find them in these digital platforms. For example, YouTube. Whenever we add any new platforms, will be informing you. Any video streaming platforms will be informing you. But remember that these contents are free, not because I want to make them free, but because God, who is the founder and who is the source of my teaching, is the one who asked me to do this program in order to benefit low income, intermediate income, and even wealth advanced secondary students. But but God has opened the doors. In case you feel from your heart, you want to offer our Father who is in heaven, you are free willing thanksgiving for these free contents that you are receiving right now, then you are not hesitating. You can send your free willing thanksgiving. So the telephone number 0759 745331, and your free willing thanksgiving will be used as a running cost because you have a vision to record more than 500 high definition videos of advanced physics from 5 from 6, advanced chemistry from 5 from 6, advanced pure mathematics from 5 from 6, basic applied mathematics from 5 and from 6. So I know that your heart is open to support this work to run and to be achieved within the appointed time. So there's no any kinds of word of delay. So let us go into this. Just let me spend just a few couples of the minutes to explain to you how you can register yourself into ASO. Remember, ASO is abbreviations of Tanzania Advanced Secondary School in square bracket Olenjolai. The first step, if you don't have an email, please create it or open what? Open an email. So open a new email. Okay? Open a new email. It might be a Yahoo email or it might be a Gmail. That's the first step. The second step, after you create, or if you have your old email, you have to remember your password and the username. Sign in YouTube by using your email. You cannot sign in without an email. That's why you should have to create the email. In case you forget your password and you cannot retrieve it, you can take advantage to open a new email. Okay. The third step, we ask you to search. So now go into the YouTube searching button or searching sections. Then search to ASO. Don't write the word to ASO; it's not there. But search Tanzania Online A-level School in square bracket Olenjolai. So copy and paste it what has been written here. Tanzania Online A-level School in square bracket Olenjolai. So that is our official YouTube channel. So search to ASO in YouTube. Okay? Then search to ASO in what? In YouTube. Then we have the first word. We have the first step. So the first step, once you have searched, you'll see there the round buttons like this one. See the national flag there, and then so you see the horizontal toolbar, which is written on videos, playlisting, channel, community, about. So that's the horizontal toolbar. So you're warmly welcome right now into the school. You're warmly welcome into the school. You are warmly welcome. You are warmly welcome. You are warmly welcome. You are warmly welcome into ASO. You are warmly welcome into Tanzania Online Advanced Secondary School, and you have to enjoy our contents that we are creating happily because we want to take you from the ground or from the scenario of not knowing advanced physics to the scenario of mastering. You'll be a master of advanced physics, advanced chemistry, advanced pure mathematics, and basic applied mathematics for those who are studying. So the first step now, in order for you to register yourself, at the bottom of your right hand side, you will see a software button which is written subscribe. You see it? So check it right now. At the bottom, subscribe. So at the bottom of the video you're watching right now, you will see the software buttons written inside of it, subscribe. Click these buttons only once, then the text will change into subscribed. Once you finish to click for the first time, only once, then the icon of the bell will appear. Click this one, and then you see 3 options, and then choose the first options, which is on. So you should click it twice. The click should be only 2. The first you click, the software buttons are written subscribe, and then the second click, you click the bell, and you choose the options of all. Then you have finished to register yourself permanently. If you're pre-Form 5, you don't need to subscribe again and again and again and again, unless you need maybe to use another email. You can do the second subscriptions, but it's not important. Why should you subscribe? We are adding at least 1 video in our YouTube channel right now. We are recording video every day. We are working night and day to make sure that this work is becoming alive, is helping present and future generation. Possibly you're a teacher, possibly you're a graduate, possibly you're an engineer, you're a doctor of medicine, possibly you're a pharmacist. I would like to welcome you. And if you remember the challenges you've encountered in advanced education, we are trying our level best to overcome one challenge after the other one in order to prepare the best scientists and best mathematicians across the entire country of Tanzania. So we know that you want to spend minimum time on searching our contents. So we ask you again that you can click the horizontal playlist. Say with me, playlist. So you can click this steady horizontal toolbar, which is written sorting playlist. Once you click, you can find a playlist we have written measurement. In this playlist of measurement, you'll find the collections of all the videos about measurement, from the first session to the last session of measurement. You can also find another playlist we have created called mechanics, where you can find all the. So in the playlist of mechanics, you'll find all the videos of 11 chapters of mechanics. Okay, we have also a playlist which we call the physics for the Form 5. You'll find all the videos of Form 5, even will be 200 videos of Form 5, physics Form 5, you'll find them. We don't skip, and you'll find them, they've been arranged systematically. The first video to the last video. So we organize all our videos and we put them in playlists as the departments, as the subject, as the topic, as the main topic. So we have so many playlists, and the goodness of that playlist, you'll find the collections of all related video. You have to remember that. Then we know that you're going to enjoy our contents. How can you share the link of this video to other students across the world? Okay, so we ask you to click the icons of share. So in order to share video link, okay, video link with friends across the entire country of Tanzania via Facebook. You can share the video links via WhatsApp. You can share the video link via Twitter. You can share the video link via Instagram. You can share the video link via Telegram. You can share the video link via email. You can share the video link via LinkedIn, etc., etc. Simply, you can share the video link through all the social media that you know, all the social medias. You can share our video link. Okay, I believe that you are in a very good position. Welcome in departments of advanced physics. Welcome in the subject called advanced physics. And this content is for the pre-Form 5 or QT, Form 5 QT students, or Form 5 reciters, or Form 6 reciters who are reciting the exams of the following combination: PCM, PMC, PGM, and PCB in Tanzania. These combinations are specifically useful in Tanzania. I don't know about your country. Tell me in the comment section, please. P stands for advanced physics. The main topic, this is the first main topic in mechanics. In physics for the Form 5, we have 4 main topics: mechanics, heat, waves and vibrations, and electrostatics. So this is the first main topic. This main topic will just see that it contains 5 contains 4 branches, so it has 4 branches, and those 4 branches give us 11 chapters. So the first chapter is called measurements, where you find the mention and error. So this is session 1, introductions of 40 of measurements. So let us go into the business. So before we teach you the today's contents, we'd like to do the quick review of what? Quick review of session 00. So session 00 has been taken as general introductions of 40 to introductions of advanced physics. So general introductions of advanced physics in Form 5. So in this general introduction for advanced physics, basically we begin with the big picture of 40, big picture of advanced physics, where advanced physics come from. Okay? So that's what we began with. So we gave it a big picture. The subject for advanced physics, we learned it since in primary education. Right? In primary education, in Tanzania, we call it in Swahili, primary educational system, we call it science. Okay, so that's a big picture of 40 of advanced physics. Then another thing that we shared to you, if you do remember, we shared to you reference books. And I mentioned more than 11 reference books, okay? More than 11 reference books, materials, and writing, and notes. Okay, notes I will share to you other contents when we will continue with the progress of the journal. Then another thing that I've shared is the 8 topics of 40 of advanced physics according to the syllabus, according to the advanced physics syllabus that used in the entire country of Tanzania. So 8 topics of advanced physics. I would like to mention the first one, this I call those main topics, is called mechanics. So the first main topic is called mechanics. The second main topic is called heat. The third main topic is called waves and vibrations. So waves and vibrations. Okay, the fourth main topic for advanced secondary students Form 5 is called electrostatics. So these 4 topics are for the Form 5. These 4 main topics, I call them main topics because mechanics comprises 11 topics. So this one comprises 11 topics. Heat comprises 3 topics. Okay, waves and vibrations comprises at least 4 topics. Electrostatics comprises 5 topics. So you see, so that's why I call them, these are the main topics. Okay, then the fifth topic, which are, so here it means we are in a next class, which is called the Form 6, while in India it's called the class 12. So in Form 6, the first topic is called the electromagnetism. The second topic, which the 6th topic in the list, is called the current electricity. Okay, current electricity. Okay, then the 7th topic is called electronics. It's one of the hardest topic in entire advanced physics, and many students, they used to quit from it. But the good thing, I'm by God's grace also, I'm electronics and telecommunication engineer. So I studied electronics in college formally for 4 years, but I'm studying myself electronics every day. I'm not boasting myself. Remember that Olenjolai does not know everything about advanced physics for the Form 5. I just know small portions, but I have a responsibility to teach others what I know. That's all. I'm learning every day advanced physics Form 5. But what I know, I have an assignment to teach others who don't know or know less or know wrongly what I know. Right? That's my responsibility. How about yours? Okay, so electronics, you will enjoy this topic because I will teach closely more than you think and more than practical as well as I can. So again, we have what is, so that's okay, number 4, number 8. Okay, number 8 is called atomic physics. Atomic physics. Then the last topic in Form 6 or in entire advanced physics is called environmental environmental physics. Previously, during our age of advanced education, it was called it has a special name. Environmental physics. Yes, nowadays it's called environmental physics, but during our time, there's a specific name. I forgot how do you call this 9th topic. So we have a journey of 9 topics. My dear students, I'm not just making you to be fearful, but I want to prepare your mindset. This is a long journey. It's a long journey. It's a journey that you can encounter or you can cover it within 2 years, and then you find that you didn't master it. So these are long. These are the longest topics and contains different concepts, and you have to solve so many questions. That is. So let us go into today's focus. Today I want to give you we want to discuss about the main topic that called mechanics. So here we have mechanics. So let us go inside mechanics. Okay, mechanics. So mechanics. So you say mechanics. Mechanics has 4 branches. Has 4 branches. And so has 40 branches. And each branch of 40 of mechanics, each branch of mechanics contains what? Contains topics. Contains one or more than 1 topics. The following are the 4 branches of 40 branches of mechanics. These contents also can help ordinary diploma students who are doing, or ordinary diploma students in engineering and science. Remember that everything I'm going to teach you is according to physics syllabus for advanced secondary school from 5 through from 6, prepared by Tanzania Institute of Education. This is our boundaries. This will tell us what we have to cover. This will give us direction. This will give us the point of focus, and this will give us almost everything we have to be prepared as students, right? So I will share to you how you can get these syllabus books, because I know in most advanced secondary schools, many teachers don't insist their students to use the syllabus. So the following are the 4 branches of 40 of mechanics. So the first branch is called the measurements, the one that we are learning today, or I'm introducing to you today. Measurement. So the first branch is called measurements. It's a very important branch. The second branch of mechanics is called mechanics itself. And this branch of measurements comprises only 1 topic that's called dimension and error. But mechanics comprises 6 topics that I'm going to mention in a minute. The third branch of physics is called the fluid dynamics. Okay? So it's called the fluid dynamics and viscosity. Okay? So it's called the fluid dynamics and the viscosity. Fluid dynamics, yes, and viscosity. I want to be sure. Fluid dynamics, say with me, fluid dynamics. Okay, fluid dynamics and what? And viscosity. Fluid dynamics and viscosity. The first one, or the first branch, is called the properties. Properties of what? Properties of matter. So properties of matter. Properties of matter. Properties of matter. Properties of matter. And properties of matter contain 3 topics. So these are the 4 branches of 40 of mechanics that I and you have a responsibility to understand them clearly.
in a very simplified language, and even somebody wake you up during the midnight and ask you about fluid dynamics and viscosity, then you have to flow at the best as a best physicist. I am a national physicist. I am a national teacher who's teaching you advanced physics for the rest of your life. I thank God for that grace. I'm a national teacher. I'm teaching advanced physics in the entire nation of Tanzania. But also, I'm international advanced physics teacher. You have to understand that. I'm teaching other students who are not Tanzanian. I'm teaching Tanzanian advanced secondary students, and I'm teaching also non-Tanzanians advanced secondary students, and even some college students who will find their contents in this subject. You have to get prepared. So properties of matter. So then we say that that is mechanics. So we say that in 11 chapters. So I want to discuss or present to you 11 chapters of 14 of mechanics. Okay, 11 chapters of mechanics. So we say that in advanced physics syllabus of Tanzania breaks the main topic of what? Of mechanics into 11 topics. When I say a topic, it is same to the word chapter. Please pause the video, copy these steps that you have to follow whenever you want to register yourself permanently in Tanzania Online A-level Circuit School, square bracket Olenjolai. Copy this step, please. Pause the video, copy. I believe that you are done. So let us go on. Let us move. So what are these 11 topics of mechanics? Then we'll go to start learning introductions of measurement, but with a big picture. So we say that, so let me label these 4 branches as A, B, C, D. So one of the branch of physics of mechanics that called these measurements. This comprises only one topic. And this one topic, we call it in physics dimension, dimension and errors. Dimension and the errors. That's the first topic. Then that is all about the first branch of physics, of mechanics. The second branch of mechanics is called the mechanics. According to this, what I've written in this second column, it's called mechanics. So this branch of mechanics, this second branch of mechanics, which is called mechanics, comprises 6 topics. The first one, which will be the second topic, is called the projectile motion. Stay with me, projectile motion. Again, projectile motion. This is the new topic for ordinary secondary student. Okay, projectile motion. Say projectile motion. The third one is called Newton's law. Newton's law. So some of the concept, I think that 70% of Newton's law will introduce to you new concept, but 30% is just the advancement of what we have taught you in O-level education. The third topic of mechanics is called projectile motion, Newton's laws, uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion. So it's called uniform circular motion. It's the third topic in this branch of mechanics, but it's the first topic in the entire 11 topics of mechanics.
The first topic of mechanics, which is the fifth topic of the mechanics, is called the simple, say with me, simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion. Simple harmonic motion. Say it with me, simple harmonic motion. The concepts of simple harmonic motion, we have introduced it to you when we've been teaching about simple pendulum, which is practical physics in O-level, but we're studying in detail. And we want to only start the simple pendulum. We'll be studying some other physics system, which are just describing to and from motion, which is simple harmonic motion. Then the next topic, which it is what? The next topic, which will be the fifth topic of mechanics, but the sixth topic of the entire mechanics is called the gravitation. Stay with me, gravitation. Again, gravitation. Okay. In most cases, this is the new concept for the graduate of O-level education. Gravitation. Say gravitation. The last topic in this second branch of mechanics is called the rotation of what? Of rigid body. So rotations of rigid bodies. Isn't? Let me check. Maybe I did mistakes in spelling. Don't want to. Yes, rigid bodies. So, rotation of rigid bodies. So you see, how many topics in this branch? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. So total number of topics, these are 7 topics. So how many remains? 4 topics. So we go into the third branch of physics, which is Roman C, and this one we call it fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics and what? And the viscosity. So fluid dynamics and viscosity. Fluid dynamics and what? And viscosity. So this has only one topic. And this one topic, it's the same name. So this is called the fluid dynamics, and what? And viscosity. In most cases, these are new topics for O-level graduate. In O-level, we have never taught you. We taught you a little bit about rotations in motion of the form 2. We just mentioned as a type of motion, and I used to teach it because I have another online school for O-level students. But fluid dynamics and viscosity, I thank God by His own grace also, I'm a physics teacher from Form 1 to Form 4. So I understand what am I saying. So I know what I used to teach my students in O-level. And you can access the link of our other online schools for O-level that called Tanzania Online Ordinary Secondary School in square bracket Olenjolai. Or our YouTube channel is called Tanzania Online O-level Seki School in square bracket Olenjolai. So if you have your young brother or young sister can enjoy our contents of physics from 1 to Form 4, chemistry from 1 to Form 4, basic mathematics from 1 to Form 4. So we are teaching total of 12 subjects for O-level, which are difficult subjects, and because you're a graduate of O-level education, you understand those subjects, and that's why many students, they used to run away from them, except basic mathematics is compulsory. But many students, they used to run away from what? Physics and chemistry for O-level. But we didn't run, and we think that we don't want to entertain students to run, regardless of the challenge they are, because there are so many real-life problems need the knowledge of physics, chemistry, biology, and agriculture, right? That are waiting the right solution from those aspects of knowledge. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've mentioned 8 topics of mechanics, or the main topic of mechanics. That the good news that I'm going to be with you, I'm going to teach you every topic that I mentioned here. I know it's a difficult job. It's a difficult work, but God has prepared me for more than 10 years to make sure that I solve this problem facing advanced secondary students. Okay, so we go into the last branch of mechanics, which is called the properties of properties of matter. Properties of what? Properties of matter. So this topic of properties of matter has only 3 topics. The first one is called the elasticity. Elasticity. This makes chapter 9 of mechanics. The second one, or the 10th topic, which is the second subtopic of properties of matter, is called the surface tension. This we introduced you, this is all about Hooke's law, introduced you during your O-level education. It's called surface tension. So tension, this is another name of what? Of force. Surface tension. So let me write it clear because I know you're a beginner. Regardless of your present state of advanced physics, don't worry, you are in the right online school. Surface tension. Okay? Then the last topic of properties of matter, and the last topic in this sequence, it doesn't mean that the last you can make it. The second is called the kinetic theory of gases. Kinetic theories of gases. So total how many topics? 11 topics. The first one is called what? Measurements, or you call it dimensions and error. The second one is called projectile motion. The third one is called Newton's law. The fourth one is called uniform circular motion. The fifth one is called simple harmonic motion. The sixth one is called gravitations. The seventh topic is called rotations of the rigid bodies. The eighth is called fluid dynamics and viscosity. Then the ninth is called elasticity. Then the 10th topic is called surface tension, and the 11th topic is called kinetic theory of gases. You have to cover all of these topics as long as you are a serious student in advanced physics. So you have to master. You should not only learn and just read. You have to master, because the questions in advanced physics in paper 1, or which you call the advanced secondary certificates, advanced secondary education, advanced certificate, it's called what? Advanced certificate secondary education examination paper 1. Mechanics contains questions in advanced certificate secondary education paper 2. Mechanics contains questions in advanced certificate secondary education examination paper 3. There are 3 papers for advanced physics that you have to do according to Tanzanian educational system. So these are the 11 topics that we are going to cover. So today we start with the first branch of mechanics, and the first topic is called dimensions and errors. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? In case you have any question, not only for the measurements, from the beginnings of our programs to the end, from session 00 of every topic to the last session, or the last period, or the last lecture, if you want to use the university language, you can ask questions by using comment sections. Please give us feedback in the comment section. Establish group discussions with other students in the world in the comment section. Then submit your homework in the comment section. Give us feedback that you understand us or not, or you found help in our online schools or not. So give us, please, in the comment section. Write something in the comment section which is meaningful and which can put or can add value in other viewers' life. I believe that you're gonna do it. Okay. So now let us focus into today's session, which is introductions of 40. So before I teach you about introductions of measurement, let me teach you about introductions of physics first thing. So introductions of physics. I want to remind you, because I want to take you extra mile from what I taught you in Physics Form 1, right? So introduction to physics. The first question, remember the big picture that we have. We learn the subject that called the science in English medium, in primary education, or we call it science in Swahili. And this is all about primary education. And then afterwards, when we went to O-level, we found the subject of science is being divided into 3 branches, right? Into 3 branches. The first one is physics. The second branch is chemistry. And the third branch of science is biology.
So this is what all about O-level educations or ordinary educations. And hence we did our O-level education. Then we went to the next level. So after you passed that once, then you went to A-level, and hence you find the subject now is called the advanced physics. Advanced physics. And in advanced physics, you found what? In advanced physics, again, you found 9 topics of advanced physics, as I mentioned before. So now, what point I want to make? What should you remember in your mind when you've been learning advanced physics with Sir Olenjolai? My name is Olenjolai, and I love you so much. Do you love me? Tell me the comment section, please. I love all my online students. I don't see you, but I see you in spirit. And I'm always praying for you. Okay. So let me begin with this big picture. The first terminology that we have to remind ourselves as physicists is the word science. And then we have to remind ourselves, what is science? This is the first question we should ask yourself as scientists. What is science? You defined the term science during your Form 1 education, I know. And then you left it there because you know that you'll never be asked that question, the same questions again. But that is not that's not good. So what is science? So I found two interesting definitions that I want to remind you, or I want to mention before you for the first time. Science is the intellectual. This is according to the definitions given by Oxford Dictionary. Is intellectual. This is intellectual and practical. It's intellectual and practical activity. It's intellectual and practical activity encompassing or surrounding. So the meaning of encompassing is surrounding the systematic study. The systematic study and behavior so systematic study and behavior of the physical and natural world. Physical and natural world through observation and experiment. This is one of the definitions of the term science. What is science? Pause the video and ask yourself your question. Write on the rough paper, then read our definition. Science is intellectual. It means science needs your brain on learning. And also it's an intellectual activity, and also it's a practical. Learning science by using your brain itself is not enough. You have to use your hands on being practical. That we call in science experiments. It's just like in engineering. Using your brains only learning engineering without putting hands on is nothing. You will never modify any system. You'll never design any new product. That's the truth. Activity encompassing or surrounding the systematic study and behavior of the physical. So we are doing the systematic study and behavior of the physical world and natural world. So science do systematic study and behavior. So do systematic study of the physical and natural world. Do a systematic study on behavior of the physical world and the natural world through observations and through observations, we have S here, through observations and the experiments. Plural, experiments. Aha. So in order to learn science, we need to do observation, we need to do experiments. But again, science study about what? The physical world and the natural world. There's a difference between the physical world and natural world. When you say the physical world, we are talking about non-living things, but we see them. But it's physical. So it means physical, it means visible. Natural world, we are talking about the living organism. These are the natural world. It's according to nature, which have been created by God himself. Okay, that's one of the definitions of the word science. But some other sources also define the term science. What is science? So define the term science is a systematic enterprise. This is Wikipedia. Science is a systematic enterprise. Science is a systematic enterprise, okay, that builds, and it organizes, knowledge, the one that you are going to extract in physics, organizes knowledge and the behavior of the physical organizes knowledge in the form of testable, and because organizes what? Organizes knowledge and testable explanation and prediction. About the universe. So that's the meaning of science. So science is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes knowledge and testable explanation and prediction about what the universe. What is science? Science is a systematic enterprise that builds and organizes what? Knowledge and testable explanation and predictions about the universe. So science focuses on systematic enterprise, systematic industry, or systematic study that builds knowledge. So science, we are going to build knowledge in our mind. We build the knowledge about the universe. We will organize the knowledge and have the testable explanations that, for example, the inventions or the Newton's experiments about the simple pendulum. If Olenjolai does it, it has been done in 300 years. But if I do it in the same environments as how Newton's has done, I should get the same result like what Sir Isaac Newton's got or found in the experiment. And then in science, we can do predictions that if, for example, this piece of chalk falls here, means I release this piece of chalk, it's going down, it will never go up. Why? Because of gravity. So if I release it, it means that this piece of chalk just fallen and breaking down because of gravity. Say gravity. So we'll start about gravity in mechanics. So those are the two definitions of the word science. Okay, so I believe that you have a good understanding and good knowledge about science. Right now, let me focus. Let me take you into the next part. We said science has three branches: biology, chemistry, and physics. And one of the branches is the one that we are studying. So the second terminology
The second vocabulary of the day for all my advanced secondary students is the word physics. And hence I would like to put the second question on the blackboard and challenge all my advanced secondary students to define what is physics, to tell me the meaning of the word physics. What is physics? So pause the video, ask yourself. Once you have the answer, write on a piece of paper and ask your neighbor, what is physics? Wonderful. What is physics? That's a very important question that we have to play. Okay. So it says that physics simply is the branch. Physics is a branch of science. That's what you've been named. It's a branch of science. Content the branch of science simply say that which deals with what? Which deals with the study of what? Study of matter and the energy. But the simple definition is a branch of science which deals with the study of matter and the energy. But some other sources also define physics in this way. Okay, so it is properties of matter. So properties, I think that study of not matter, not only matter. Here we are focusing this way. Study of what? Properties of what? Of matter in relation. So we are studying properties of matter. How does it relate in relation to what? To energy. This is one of the definitions. Some other sources also provide the definitions of the word physics. We can say also other sources define physics is a branch of what? Is a branch of science which deals with what? With the study of what? So in physics we are dealing with the study of what? With the study of the study of nature, and the properties of matter, So this is what we are going to study. So we'll be studying nature and properties of matter and the energy. That's all. Mechanics. In mechanics, we are going to study about gravitational potential energy. We study about gravitational kinetic energy. We study about kinetic energy, potential energy. We study about what we call elastic. We how do we call it? We have kind of an energy stored in springs. So we call it elastic energy. Yeah, we call it elastic energy. So we'll be dealing with energy. So physics, what is physics? The branch of science which deals with the study of what? Nature of the physical and natural world. Remember that. And properties of matter. We have so many. What is matter? Matter is anything which have mass and occupy space. And then in relations of energy and energy. Okay, that's one of the definitions of physics. Can I give you the other one? Yes, because these are the beautiful subjects that we are going to discuss in this aspect. So all physics is a natural science. Physics is what? Is a natural science. Physics is a natural science. The natural science that studies what? That studies matter. That studies matter, its motion, matter, its motion and behavior, through space, and time, space and time, and the related entities, of energy and force. This is according to Wikipedia. What is physics? Physics is the natural science that studies matter, its motion and behavior through space, time, and related entities of energy and force. So physics is the natural science. We are studying about natural science. Natural science that studies matter, studies motions of matter, behavior of matter in space and time, and related entities of energy and force. When we talk about energy, we mean potential energy, kinetic energy, total energy, gravitational potential energy, gravitational kinetic energy, gravitational total energy, so elastic energy. So we have different types of entities of energy that we are going to cover in advanced physics. So that's the big picture that I wanted you to have. But I can add up some more information. Physics is one of the most fundamental scientific discipline, and its main goal is to understand how the universe behaves. That's the main goal. The main goal of learning physics. Why are you learning physics? If your child or your son or daughter ask you in future, Father, why did you learn physics? The answer is the main goal of learning physics is to understand how the universe works, how cars move, how motorcycles move, how aircraft or airplanes fly, right? Why birds are flying in that way, why boats can cross the river or can cross the oceans and they don't think. So we get the answers of these systems. Why, for example, if I release this piece of chalk, then fall down. So we get answers, so we are finding answers of the different questions that we have. Why an orange fall down, it does not fall this way or upward. So we are finding answers of those systems. Why, for example, if you're connected, when I have a positive battery, positive terminal of the battery, negative, and I connect to wires, then I have a load which can be maybe a light bulb or a bulb, then it can light. Why? What's going on there? Right? So we have so many questions in the universe, so physics can help us to get answers. The subject of matter of physics, or subject matters of physics include mechanics, heat, light, and other radiations. Lights and other radiations then include sound, electricity, magnetism, electronics, and structure of atoms. That the meanings of atomic physics, which is it's the first topic in physics for 60, but it's the 8th topic in entire sequence of advanced physics. All right? Do you have any questions up to this moment? In case you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section and I will answer to your questions. Don't worry about delaying. I will try my level best. I will set the proper time to answer questions from my online students. Please don't think that you answer questions without an answer, right? Okay. So that is all about science. Now I reminded you about physics. So let us go into our first topic of the main topic, which is what? Measurements. Okay? Measurements. So here, number 3, we are focusing on what? On measurements. Before we define what the meanings of measurement in physics, and give you maybe some more information and some examples of measurement, I would like to spend a few minutes to mention the contents of what. First of all, we say that this first topic of mechanics This first topics of mechanics has what? This first topic of mechanics has two subtopics, two subtopics, let's say two subtopics. Okay, two subtopics, which are the first one, we call it dimension, which will cover this first thing. Dimension of physical quantity, we call it dimension. Then the second one, we call it errors. So dimensions of physical quantities and errors of physical quantities. So that's all about measurements. In Form 1, we talked about measurements, right? And this is the second topic of 40 of physics in Form 1. So talk about measurements. We'll touch a little bit about fundamental physical quantities and the rest, but we'll add more information. We'll add something new in your mind. Okay. So is that the case? The tradition of Sir Olenjolai, which have been given by my creator, my father who is in heaven, is to make sure that we understand, or we present, or we give our students the focus. Where are we going? What should we cover? So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you, before I define the word measurements, I would like to present to you contents or concepts that we have to cover according to the syllabus of 40 concepts or contents of 40 of measurements, which are measurements. When you say measurements, we mean dimension and error in advanced physics. According to 40, this is according to advanced physics syllabus of Tanzania. Okay, so let us start with dimension. What are we going, or what should we learn in dimension? That's the question we have. What should we learn in dimension? What should we learn in dimension? Okay? The first thing we have to teach you in dimension is about introductions of measurement of physical quantities. Introduction. So introduction of what? Of measurement. Introductions of measurement. Introduction of measurement of physical quantities. Okay, of physical quantities. So this is the first concept that we are teaching you right now. The second concept that we have to teach you is we have to teach you about 30 physical quantity. Physical quantity. And then the second concept, we have to teach you how you can distinguish fundamental physical quantity from derived physical quantity. So fundamental and the derived physical quantity. We'll be distinguishing physical quantity by definitions and examples. Physical quantity. Okay? Then the first concept that we have to teach you, we teach about the dimensional analysis of the different physical quantities. Dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis of different physical quantities. Different physical quantities. Then the next concept that we have to teach you, we have to teach about dimension. Dimensional analysis, dimensional consistence, no, dimensional consistency, dimensional consistency and inconsistency. Dimensional consistency and inconsistency. Dimensional consistency and inconsistency. Then the sixth concept that you are going to teach about dimension homogeneity. Dimension homogeneity. Then the seventh concept will teach you about total applications of dimension analysis. Applications of dimension analysis. Applications of dimension analysis. Dimension analysis. Why should we learn dimension analysis? We have so many applications in physics. Then the eighth concept that we are going to teach you is limitations of dimension analysis. Is there any limitation of dimension analysis? So get answered this part. Limitations of what? Of dimension analysis. Dimension analysis is limited. Dimensional analysis. Dimension analysis. That's all about dimension. When we go to the second subtopic, which is called errors. Errors. So in the concept of errors, which is continuations of the same topic, 1.9, we have to teach about introduction, of error, introduction of error, or of error, what is error? Then the 10th concept that we have to teach you, types of error. Types of error. Types of error. Types of errors. Types of what? Types of errors. Then the 11th subtopic, or the 11th concept that we have to teach you, what are the sources of error? These are the common questions in advanced certificate secondary education examination. Sources of error, where errors come from in physics experiment. The 12 concepts you have to teach about accuracy and precision. Accuracy and the precision. Accuracy and precision. Then the next topic, or the next topic is called the derivation of the formulas. We'll teach you on how you can derive derivation of formulas. Derivations of formulas. Derivation of formulas that estimate errors of base, that estimates errors, of basic operations and exponent of the physical quantities. Estimate errors with basic operation, which means addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, also physical quantities which involve powers and what? Power and exponents, and radicals. radicals of 40 of physical quantity. Then the last subtopic will be dealing with problem solving. Problem solving, and we'll solve more than 30 examples of measurements. How many examples are we expecting? More than 30 examples. So those are the contents that we have to cover in these aspects of 40. In this first topic of mechanics, which is called measurements. Called what? Called measurements. Okay. So before I continue, I would like to give you two announcements. The first announcment, just to insist you, in case you feel from your heart you want to offer our Father who is in your feeling in thanksgiving, don't hesitate to do that. Through the telephone number, send your feelings of an amount, even 50 Tanzania shillings will be helpful. So 0759745331, and to be used effectively to pay the running costs, so that so many sessions or so many videos of advanced physics will be recorded and published into the public and be accessed free of charge for all students, even those students who come from in the low income families, because that's the main focus of these online institutions. You should have just the mobile, means that the device to receive these contents, which can access video and having a good video streaming, and the internet. That's all. You don't pay me anything. Okay. So we have also, we will not, when we receive this idea from God Himself, and we are establishing Tanzania Online Advanced Secondary School, we are not satisfied to have only the school. We say, okay, normal physical schools used to have also a very important learning place, which we call the library, right? Library. So the good news that we have also Tanzania Online Advanced Library, where you can access our contents, our books, because we want to equip you. The first reference book that you have to bear in your mind is Physics Syllabus for Advanced Secondary Education from 16, prepared by Tanzania Institute of Education, TAG. So you can order this book by the price of 15,000, or you can order its copy by the price of 10,000. So that the price of this, we are not doing 15,000 is less than the price in the most local shops. Also, you have reference books, but here we have a sample of a book that called Principles of Physics by S-Chand, or we call it S-Chand Company. Hence, the authors are V.K. Mehta and Rohit Mehta. These are brothers, okay? Are brothers who have written this book. This is Principles of Physics, Principles of Physics 1, or Class 11. Principles of Physics 1, we call it Chandi 1. That's the famous name in Tanzania. You can get this book with a very minimum price of 45,000, and also you can order Chandi 2, which is Principles of Physics Class 12, which is called Chandi 2 online also in Tanzania Online Library, in Tanzania Online Advanced Library, with the same price of 45,000 Tanzania shillings. Again, we have another weapon, which we call we have another weapon which is very important for learning advanced physics, which is called the scientific calculator. There are there are so many scientific calculators, right? There are so many companies are making scientific calculator worldwide. But we recommend Casio Function 901 MS. For myself, I've been using the Casio Function 901 for more than 14 years right now, and they're working effectively. I appreciate. But there are number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is high quality original scientific calculator made by Casio. So the number 1 Casio Function 901 we can order in Tanzania Online Advanced Library, but with the price of with a gift of 40, with a gift of 55,000. But number 2 of Casio Function 901 you can order it with a gift, just a gift of 35,000.
So you have a choice yourself whether to choose a high quality product because you need this certificate calculator. Even if you do your engineering studies, you may use it in advanced secondary education, and may use in undergraduate studies, even in postgraduate studies. You may use original scientific calculator, so you can order it. The first weapons also we like we have what, as I said, we have 3 papers in advanced physics, because we know we are speaking with so many pre-form 5 students who enjoy these contents. Okay. So this one is called Advanced Physics 1 Review. So questions and answers of 2003 to 2016. Then this one is Advanced Physics 2 Review. Questions and answers and solutions of 2006 to 2020. So these two books, you can order them with a very minimum price compared to the local price, because I used to take them as a wholesale with a price of only 17,000. So the syllabus is 15,000. These questions and answers, which comprises past papers, questions and answers, means questions and solutions, not questions of answer, questions, solutions, and answers. So you can order it with a gift of 17,000. You can order this book for 17,000, and this was 17,000. The syllabus cost how much? 15,000. S-Chant 1 and 2 cost how much? 45,000. Original scientific calculator, number one, 15,000. Then, again, in case you need some other book, for example, you need Nelcon. Nelcon is, you can order Nelcon with the price of 30,000. And then, okay, so we have also as a list of the books, which is Rhodium and Castor, which is 85,000, because they are the same price we saw with the book that we called in chemistry, Ramsden. So you can order it with price of 85,000 shillings. So if you take this book of syllabus, you open it, you'll see in the topic of mechanics, you have to cover the topics that called measurements. Okay, measurements. So there are specific objectives that you have to achieve. So there are subtopics. The first one is called physical quantities. The second subtopic is called errors. So 2 subtopics. And there are specific objectives in every subtopic that we'll share to you in the next session, because just we have to share to you briefly, and then we move into the Desire 20. Okay, so now I think that it's a time, this is the end of session 1 of introductions of measurement. We'll continue with it in the next session. Okay, so it's a time for the homework. So ladies and gentlemen, this is homework. This is homework. This is homework 1. Okay? What's homework 1? I want just to ask you a question we ask you in most of exam during your Form 1 education. What is measurement? What is measurement? What is measurement? That's a simple question. Answer that question. Then let us know your solutions in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of session 1. I would like to invite you to join me in session 2, when I will keep on building the foundations. We'll be opening this syllabus book. I believe that you have already ordered. You can order the package. Wonderful. You can order the package of books, and then just because you have to pay also the transport cost or the transport fee. The transport fee, if you order all of these books, the transport fee will be the same, like if you order this certificate calculator. And the good news that we can ship, or we can send these books, we can send any book or any certificate calculator in our library to anywhere in all the one regions, especially that in most towns. So for example, you're living in Kagera, we may send this original certificate calculator in Muleba. Maybe you're living in Muleba, you're living in Bukoba, you can order, and then we can send it to you. It might just take minimally 3 days just to arrive at your place. And have to trust what we are doing. We have to trust us. And how you can order these books, that's a very good and interesting question. Please send an SMS through this telephone number 0759745331. Send an SMS of your order. Then list the order Hence, you know the price because we've mentioned, however, that we have prepared a special video for that in order to give you more details about the contents that we have in our library. In our library. So you have to send a message, and then you do the mobile transactions, and then we send you your order. So trust in what we are doing, and trust in Olenjolai, because we are doing this business on base of Kingdom of Heaven, and we want to praise and give God all the glory for everything that we are doing. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end. Welcome in session 2 of measurements. Don't miss it. Invite your friends, invite other students across the entire country of Tanzania, in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, in America, in Australia. Invite so many students. So I would like to meet with you, with all of you, with hundreds of you, tens of you, hundreds of you, 10,000s of you, thousands of you, and millions of you, in order to learn the beauty of measurements at the fundamental topic of mechanics. Because what we are learning in measurements will be also applying on learning fluid dynamics and viscosity. This is Olenjolai from Tanzania. Keep enjoying the beauty of advanced physics. I love so much advanced physics. I don't know everything about advanced physics. I know small portions of it, but I have a responsibility to teach others. I'm always learning new concepts in advanced physics from 5, from 6 years, and even beyond of that level. Do you want to be the best physicist? Do you want to be the best students? Do you want to perform well in your advanced certificate, secondary education, paper 1, 2, 3, and paper 1, 2, and 3? Please join me and be an active student, be a serious student, take the advantage of every content that we are publishing. Remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to like, and remember also to ask me questions and give me the feedback in the comment section. And remember to visit the descriptions of this video to see more information about the programs that you are watching and about our online school. Keep enjoying learning through the digital technology and applying the digital technology and the internet, the power of internet, to impact the life of millions of present and future advanced secondary students. Don't worry to take advanced physics, because myself, I'm a